Hello everyone, I just got a 1.32 PB average of 5, which comes really unexpectedly, and surprisingly, during the average, I did not get a lot of nerves at all, because after the 4.33 solve, my brain kind of resets and totally forgot about the 1.33 previously. So when I got a 104 and 1.11, I totally forgot I got a counting 1.3 as well. So my nerves only came in after I got a 1.5. But by then I already got my PB average. So it kind of talks about how mentality matters a lot in cubing. I believe if I got nervous after the 104 or 1.11, I would probably mess up the last solve, which wouldn't have given me the PB. So yeah, that was quite lucky, I would say. Most of the scrambles were ridiculously easy, but on the 104, it's actually not as easy in lots of people's eyes. Of course, in my eyes, it's definitely very easy, but it's only given that you know EG2. So I think that brings up the topic of what's the benefit of learning more and more algorithms, which I will talk about it later in the video, or maybe in a separate video, I don't know. But let's do my reconstruction. So scrambles will be in the description, but first solve is very straightforward. You got multiple bars, but right off the bat you can see a two move yellow layer by U prime R. So and then you get this CLL case. And then for AUF, I know that orange will end up at the back or red will end up in the front. So it's a U prime AUF. So one thing worthwhile to note is that you can cancel moves, which I did not do, and I will not do as well because I'm not too familiar with canceling moves for now. But you can see your layer solution is U prime R, and your algorithm starts with an R prime U prime. So what you can do is that you directly cancel the R and R prime move and do U2 slash R U prime R prime U2 R, and then finish it off with the AUF. That would be the most optimal solution, but for me, I just can't execute that well under a speed solving scenario. So that's why eventually this 1.33 did not cancel any move. What I did is just like this. Second solve was a 4.33. It's a +2, so the original time was a 2.33. It wasn't a difficult solution as well. I kind of just locked up. You only get this bar, so it's obviously you would do this free move EG1 phase by L2 U prime L to get this EG1 phase. Then you're left with this EG1 case. For AUF, blue will end up in the front and blue is on the right, so it's a U prime AUF. So I kind of lock up in the U prime AUF move, kind of like this, and then it's a +2. The third solve, if you look at the scramble, it would look quite bad if you don't know EG2. For yellow, there's nothing special. For white, you got this EC2 move, EG2 phase, but if you don't know EG2 and go ahead with anti-CLL, I think it won't be a good time, especially when I got a 104. But if you know EG2, you would know this is one of the easiest EG2 case because the algorithm for this case is simply sexy move, RB to R prime, inverse sexy move. So that's not all, because the scramble I got, you can see that by doing U prime R prime, you get this phase, and then the start of the algorithm is sexy move, which starts with RU. Actually, two moves were cancelled from this, and although I'm not very familiarized with myself with cancelling move, but this is quite easy to cancel moves in this case, which is actually what I did. So I directly did R prime U prime to finish off with the sexy move, then RB to R prime inverse sexy. So this is actually just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just a 9 move solution. So yeah, for AUF, I actually predicted the AUF as well, because I know that this piece will remain where it is and red will end up in the front, so it's actually no AUF. So really lucky case. You got two moves cancelled and you also got no AUF. Fourth solve is a 1.11. As soon as I scramble the cube, I think you see how crazily ridiculous this scramble is. One move white layer into this really finger trick friendly CLR case, which you execute in this angle. For AUF, I know that orange end up at the back or red end up in the front, so there's no AUF again. So it's a 1.11, very straightforward. For the final solve, it's a 1.52. I can definitely execute that much faster and hence get a sub 1.3 average, but I kind of go with the safe solution. So a lot of things to do here. For red, you got this 3/4 of a layer done, but the final piece is facing upward, which isn't the greatest, so I kind of ditched that. Yellow, you got a 1 move EG1 phase, but this case is not too great in my opinion, so I kind of ditched that as well. For white, you got this 3-move layer by R2, U prime R2, and to get this really easy CLL, U2, and then to execute the normal way you would. For AUF, I know that red will end up on the left, so there's no AUF. But my execution is really bad because once I did R2, U prime R2, normally you would do a U2 flick and then to do the algorithm, but I go with the safe solution, so I did a U prime, which I wasted quite a lot of time. Another solution you would go with is another alternative alg for that exact same case, because from this back angle, there's actually an algorithm that goes like this. But I did not go with that because I'm not too familiar with that alg. But if you are familiar with the alg, you can see that you can actually cancel moves. The alg starts with an R, and you have R2, U prime, R2 prime. So you can actually cancel move like this. I think for advanced 2x2 cubers, they would probably go with that alg and get a much better time than 1.52. So this average could have been better, but I have no complaints on that. It's a really great average for me. I don't know when I can ever break that, but it's getting closer to the NR average of 1.29. So hopefully one day I can get a sub NR average, but at least I'm sub UK NR average, which was 1.34, which I witnessed in my eyes directly back in Wakefield. It was a crazy average, but now I got a sub UK national record average. So yeah, it was quite great.